Man, 2 shows, 2 nights, two, 2 days worth of mind-blowing stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. This is Hitman Cause. And of course, this is your official review for both Night of Champions and NXT Battleground. And of course, as always, I'm not alone in this endeavor. Please welcome, as always, the co-host of the contracts, my humble man Gary. Gary, welcome to the contracts.
Yo, what's good, my nigga Cos Payton, and what's good, all y'all out there? What's good, my nigga Cos?
Ain't shit, man. You ready to get down with this?
Hell yeah, you know it. Let's do this shit like Brutus, you know it.
Alright. Now, we're going to go over the card in the order that the matches were shown. So, to start things off, Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yo, that was a good-ass match, a great-ass match. I wanted either one to win, but of course it made sense for Seth Rollins to win, of course, because the belt's exclusively to Raw, and he's on Raw, and they put up a hell of a great match like they've always done against each other in the past, and yo, my boy Rollins won.
Yeah, man, I expected nothing less from them, you know.
Facts.
I'll admit, I was thrown off when Styles committed a bit of gimmick infringement when he hit Seth Rollins with the pedigree.
Oh yeah. Word.
Yeah. But as always, tacky and ended it like he ends all his matches with a curb stomp.
Oh yeah.
And
that's a fact. Word.
And salute to Tacky. He got the job done. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yes. Word.
And also a side note, given what I call him, he once again lived up to his name. You know, but instead of raiding John Witherspoon's closet, he raided Phil Lewis's closet. If y'all watch the Wayans Brothers, Phil Lewis played TC. So yeah, he raided TC's closet.
Yes, he did.
Looking as tacky as usual.
I did.
Moving on, we had Trish Stratus versus Becky Lynch. I'll be honest, I really didn't give a fuck about this match. I was on my phone for most of it.
I had a feeling you would have said something like that. I mean, the match, it was good, but what was unexpected? Well, I mean,
yes,
Trish was a heel.
Yeah. The closing moments. Sorry to cut you off, but I did pay attention to the closing moment of the match, and that was the only part that I cared about.
Right.
In which Becky Lynch got knocked out of the ring, and then while she was out of the ring, Trish distracted the ref. And while the ref was distracted, Zoe Stark popped up from under the ring, hit Becky with the Z360, threw her back into the ring, and then went back under before the ref had any time to see her. Then I think Trish hit another chick kick, and that was it.
Yeah, that is correct.
Now,
that's right.
Now, unfortunately, because of this finish, you know, there's gonna be more of these matches that I won't care about in the future. But hopefully, we will see Zoe Stark and Becky Lynch have a match in which that'll be a match that I will care for.
Right.
And with a young upstart like Zoe Stark, this is perfect for her because it'll help build up her stock and get people to know her more. Because
Zoe Starks.
yeah,
That's correct.
and especially since like how much it pisses me off that ever since she's come to Raw, she's gotten no reaction.
Exactly. That's messed up.
Like the crowd is so fucking dead whenever
Exactly.
she pulls up. I don't even. I hardly hear anybody booing.
Oh, word. Me too.
And I know the match quality of NXT isn't the same as it was before, but the matches are still great. So like that really just bears the question: like, does nobody watch NXT anymore?
Right.
Like it just kills me.
Me too, man. Like, for real.
Anyways,
Word.
next match we have Gunther versus Mustafa Ali for the Intercontinental Championship.
It was a good match, but as we know, like we said, the person who was going to win was Gunther.
Yep, and also, Gunther was toying with Mustafa Ali for I'd say the first half of the match, but
Right.
once Ali started to bring it, he had to start actually putting in the effort. But at the same time, he still was holding back a little bit. I did find it funny when Mustafa tried to chop him, to which his chops had no effect on Gunther, and then
Oh yeah,
Gunther showed him how it's done.
that's a fact.
And then eventually, after enough kickouts from Ali, Gunther was sick of the bullshit, and then really got serious, and then that was it. Hit him with the drop kick, then finally the power bomb to end it.
Exactly. That's crazy.
And another defense gone, another notch in his belt, and the prestige behind this reign continues to build for Gunther as one of the greatest Intercontinental champions of all time.
Right. Right.
Moving on,
Word.
we had Asuka versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship.
Oh yeah. Yo, sorry. Oh, sorry. You gonna say something?
Nah. Go ahead.
Yo, that was one of the best matches, but the outcome was fucking shocking. Oh my god.
How was it shocking? I literally said on the prediction she had to win this way.
Well, yeah, nah. So yeah, you did say, but I thought they was gonna let Bianca's reign continue.
Yeah, true. Now, you might have enjoyed the match, but for me, I thought it was a bit disappointing. Cause quality wise, I didn't feel that they brought it as hard as they normally would.
Oh nah, I see what you mean.
And on the side note, when it came to Asuka, I really when it came to her entrance, I questioned why her fingers were taped. But
Right.
at the end of the match, we want to find out why her fingers were taped. Where?
Oh, how was that?
Well, first off, earlier in the match, she tried to catch Bianca locking with the mist. However, Bianca was able to avoid it. However, she didn't spray all of her mist.
Oh yeah.
And while the ref was distracted, she sprayed the mist, but this time on her hands. And then Bianca tried to hit the KOD, but with the mist covered tape, she raked Bianca's eyes, hit her with a couple of kicks to end it, and like that, one of the longest and greatest reigns in the modern era for the Raw Women's Championship has ended.
That's right.
And Asuka is the new Raw Women's Champion. And you know what? I think they also heard me when it came to what I said. Cause remember I said that they should take a page out of TNA's playbook. I mean Impact Wrestling's playbook, and have Bianca block the mist with her hands, and then put it in Asuka's eyes to give her a taste of momentum. But instead, you know, Asuka, you know, did the same thing, but in reverse, where she put her own mist on her hands and put it in Bianca's eyes.
That's correct.
Very good work. And I said before that she needed to do this. She needed to cheat like this using the poison mist in order to win the championship. Just to further emphasize the heel turn and have this go over.
That's right.
Now,
that's right, for real.
Yeah. Now it's obvious that they're gonna have a nice feud, and I'm hoping, you know, the Mad Dog of Raw will be, you know, performing more shenanigans.
Right. Exactly.
Yep. Moving on, we had Rhea Ripley versus Natalya for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Right.
There really wasn't much to say about this. At first, for me, I was wondering who the hell did Natty piss off.
Right.
But after finding out what the real reason why the match was cut short, you know,
right.
It made sense. It just sucks that Rhea Ripley and Natty had to get the short end of the stick. And if you guys didn't watch the match, unfortunately, Natty got squashed in less than a minute and a half.
Right. That was ridiculous.
But at least, you know, we had a little something interesting where after Rhea won, she was carrying Dominic while they were celebrating.
Right.
But you know, there's really not much to say.
Correct.
Maybe they can keep this going on Raw.
Right. Maybe they could.
I don't know. It like as of now, it's a little hard to you know, to like bounce back from something like this. Like
exactly.
Like honestly, Natalya would either have to give Rhea a reason to face her again, or like beat her in a mixed tag match or something, or a non-title match on Raw. I don't know.
That's correct.
Either way, it's back.
Right.
In a way, it's back to the drawing board.
Yeah, it really is. It's crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, really sucked that you know, time restraints had to cut this match short.
Yeah, that's for real, man. They're ridiculous.
But you know, every pay-per-view has you know, a certain amount of time to work with. So yeah.
Right. That's correct.
Anyways, moving on, we had Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes Rhodes' arm, as we knew, was broken. So he had his arm in this like titanium cast. I like how the emphasis that it was made of titanium.
Oh yeah. Word.
And I will say this: had it not been for this cast, then Cody would have had no chance in this match at all.
For real, man. That's a fact. With this match, it honestly kind of was good too, but of course, like we predicted, Brock had to get this win this time.
Yep. But at the same time, they did a great job making Cody look strong in defeat.
That's a fact.
Having him, he did lose by submission. However, he passed out. He didn't tap out.
Exactly.
But
that is right.
But even still, you know, Brock still got the job done. And honestly, had Cody not have passed out, I think Brock would have just brutalized him, hit him with an F5, yes. And then that would have been game over.
Yeah, that is right.
But
that shit is right.
But I'll tell you what, if I was Brock Lesnar, what I would have done during the match was that I would have locked in the Kimura, and then while the Kimura's locked in, I would take off the cast.
Word.
So then at that point, Cody wouldn't be able to use his arm as a weapon.
Exactly. Exactly, man. That's a fact.
But yeah, for a match that was less than 10 minutes, it was great,
Word, that's a fact.
It just shows it's a perfect case of quality over quantity.
Exactly. That is a fact.
Anyways, on to the main event. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus Solo Sikoa and Roman Reigns.
Oh, yes. For real.
This match was pretty much the standard kind of match you would see between them. Just about pretty much everything you'd expect as far as big moves go. And as per usual in a Roman Reigns match, there was a ref bump where Roman accidentally speared the ref when he was aiming for Sami Zayn. I thought it was funny when he asked Paul Heyman, "What the hell's wrong with this guy?"
Oh, word.
Pretty much blaming the ref for getting hit.
Yeah, that was funny.
But
was funny.
But what happened while the ref was knocked out is what really told the story.
Word.
And that was while the ref was knocked out, the Usos actually did show up. I figured because they were told not to show up, they weren't going to be there.
Well, that's a fact.
But they did show up, proceeded to beat down Owens and Zayn. And then what happened was the Solo was holding up, I think, Kevin Owens. To which, and then as they were about to try and hit him with a double super kick, Owens ducked and they hit Solo.
Right.
And then the thing about it was that Roman saw what they did.
That's right.
To which then he then proceeded to chew them out, pushing them, pushing them, shoving them in the face and all that.
Word. That's a fact with the Uso. Yo, oh my Lord. What I predicted, what you predicted to what the whole wide world could have predicted this. Anybody could have predicted this. What happened. Yo.
Yep. And
oh my Lord.
And you know, it was a long time coming. It was eventually gonna happen. But and as expected, you know, you can only push a person so many times before they push back. And that's what happened. Jimmy Uso, he couldn't take it anymore. And he super kicked Roman Reigns. To which then,
oh word, that was crazy.
To which then Jay tried to talk sense into him, but Jimmy kept trying to talk sense into him, saying that he's doing what you should have done a long time ago, and then he hit him with another super kick for good measure.
That's right.
And then they left. And for me, what I say is, you reap what you sow. And you probably don't remember this, but well, for me, Jimmy Uso didn't forget that stunt that Roman pulled on him in that Hell in a Cell I Quit match when he faced off against Jey Uso.
Exactly. Back at Hell in a Cell 2020.
When freaking where Jimmy tried to reason with Roman, only to lure him in to hit him with the guillotine.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Which forced Jey Uso to say that he quits.
Exactly.
Just to protect Jimmy.
That's right.
Jimmy ain't forget about that.
Yeah, he did.
Now I will say this: Jimmy Uso, he's gone. He's out of the bloodline. He's quit. But for everyone listening, Jey Uso, he's still in the bloodline. But like when it came to Sami Zayn turning, he's still conflicted.
Right.
Because as you saw, you know, like I said, he was still trying to reason with Jimmy Uso, and he didn't attack Roman. So I guarantee that when we watch SmackDown, he more than likely is still gonna come out with Roman or be in the locker room with Roman.
Yes.
That is, if Roman isn't too pissed off to even look at either one of the Usos, you know,
right.
Much less Jay.
Right.
Because Lord knows he's gonna be out for blood. No pun intended. No pun intended.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That is right.
And then I'd definitely like to know where Solo stands with all this.
Oh yeah, that too.
To see if he actually took that super kick personally, or if he knew that that Jimmy didn't mean to hit him.
Exactly, that's a fact.
And then also, you know, Sami Zayn was proven right, and not only was he proven right, his whole plan has come to fruition to tear the bloodline from the inside out.
Right. Exactly.
But at the same time, he wasn't meaning any ill intent or any bad intentions as far as getting the bloodline to crumble.
Right, exactly.
Because he was only looking out for the Usos.
Right.
And it's obvious that Jimmy has finally understood what Sammy was trying to get through their thick skulls.
Right.
And at this point, it's only a matter of time for Jay Season 2.
Exactly. That's a fact, yo.
And given that we didn't talk about the rest of the match, obviously, you know, this obviously set up the ending. Solo got hit with the stunner, the luva kick, and end of the match. But yeah.
Word.
Now,
Right.
moving on to Sunday night, and we had NXT Battleground. To start things off, we had Wesley versus Tyler Bate versus Joe Gacy in a triple threat match for the North American Championship.
Yeah. This match, it was great. One of the best matches, like I said, I think it would have been, and my man Wesley retained.
Yep, and as expected, they all brought it, and honestly, speed wise, Joe Gacy actually kept up with them.
Oh yeah.
I really won't question or even doubt his speed going further, because he kept up with them. He was flying with them. I enjoyed seeing that suicide dive that he hit on both Tyler Bate and Wesley while they were outside arguing amongst each other.
Right. That's correct.
I liked the spot where I think Joe Gacy hit the upside down world on no. Freaking Wesley hit the cardiac kick on both Joe Gacy and Tyler Bate at the same time. But that wasn't enough to win the match.
Oh yeah, that's correct.
But in the closing moments of the match, this was real interesting. Tyler Bate was outside of the ring. Joe Gacy and Wesley were inside the ring. And Wesley ran in Joe Gacy's direction in the corner. But he jumped over Gacy, cleared the ring to dive on Tyler Bate. And then once he got back in the ring, he was attacked by Joe Gacy, who then I thought was in the driver's seat.
Right.
To which then he attempted to hit the upside down world. However, at the same time, Wesley hit the cardiac kick, and his move connected before Joe's did, and Wesley retained. And with this successful championship defense, Wesley now has the most successful title defenses in NXT North American Championship history.
Oh, right.
And
that's a fact.
And as expected, you know.
Right.
You know. This is another great reign. I mean, another great reign. I'll admit, even though I don't like him much, it's still a great reign. And
oh yeah, it's a fact.
And it's one of the longest reigns, you know, in history.
Word. That's a fact.
And the prestige of the title, you know, is pretty high right now. It's real good.
Right. Yeah, it is.
And honestly, and as far as the length of his reign right now, he's currently in third place, behind the Velveteen Dream and Carmelo Hayes.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
And for now, the question is, can he keep it up?
Yeah, that's right. Can he?
Who knows, man? Maybe he can, maybe he can't. I don't know.
Right.
Anyways, moving on. We had Noam Dar versus Dragon Lee in a British rounds rules match for the NXT Heritage Cup.
Right.
Now, sort of like boxing, there was 5 rounds. Each round being of, I think, 3 minutes. And Nathan Fraser was in Dragon Lee's corner, to which, he had the towel and bucket and shit, similar to boxing. And initially, Noam Dar didn't have anybody. And like 2 weeks ago, and then the go home show of NXT, he kept begging Oro Mensah to be in his corner, to which Oro was leaving him high, kept piecing him out. And then earlier in the night, he once again asked him, to which Oro said he'd think about it.
Right.
To which, obviously it wasn't good enough because, he didn't have much time to work with.
Exactly.
But as the match went on, eventually Oro Mensah obviously did agree, because he came running down with the bucket in hand, and he was in Noam Dar's corner.
Yeah, that's right.
And honestly, I really did not expect him to pull up, because I thought he was still a face, but obviously with him being in his corner, he turned heel.
Word, man, word.
But in any case, for me, one thing that really now first off, this match was good. I will say this, but there was something that really annoyed me about this match with Dragon Lee, and there was so many times where he kept wasting time, dude. The freaking the rounds were only 3 minutes, and there was so many moments where he kept wasting time. It was he was killing me, man. Like he was pandering to the crowd. He was hesitating with moves. Like, fool, make haste, man. Get a fall. You have to win. You have to get the falls, man. You have no time to waste.
Exactly.
Like, that shit kept killing me so much, especially when you gotta keep in mind that Noam, of course, he had to have more falls than Dragon Lee, but at the same time, if it was tied, or if he if it was tied, or if they didn't have any falls and time ran out, he would have still won.
Exactly.
That's why time was not of the essence for Dragon Lee. That kept killing me.
Yeah, I can't blame you.
Like, if I was Dragon Lee, number one, I'd try to ignore the pain, and then at the same time, I wouldn't spend my time trying to pander to the crowd. I would make haste, focus on the match, and get the job done.
Right. For real. I can't blame you.
And but also to start things off, Noam Dar got the first fall. Then,
Oh yeah.
then Dragon League got the tying fall. To which then
Right.
to which then Oro Mensah literally dragged Noam Dar back to his corner to try and shake him off a bit.
Right.
And then in the closing moments of the match, and I'd say before the final round, Oro Mensah and Noam Dar and Nathan Fraser started to attack each other. Well, mainly Nathan Fraser attacking Oro Mensah. To which then they both got ejected.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
So then, so now Noam and Dragon went out by themselves.
Right, yeah, that's a fact.
And at this point, the match was going either way. There was really no telling whether Noam was going to win or Dragon Lee was going to win. But in any case, as the match was about to end, I think Mari Miller was her name. I'm not sure. The chick with the orange hair.
Yeah.
She came down to the ring, ran in the ring, and had the ref distracted. And then while she had the ref distracted, Lash Legend ran down from the other side of the arena, popped Dragon Lee in the back with Noam Dar's bucket. Which then left Dragon Lee wide open to get hit with the Nova Roller, and then Noam Dar got the deciding, got the second and final fall to win the match and retain the NXT Heritage Cup Championship.
Oh yeah.
I really can't complain about this match, you know. Even though Noam cheated, I had no problem with the cheating, but mainly because I was surprised that Lash Legend and Amari Miller interfered.
Oh word, me too.
Just because on NXT, when he tried to talk to them, they pieced him out, and I think they laughed at him.
Right.
But you know, obviously, they either one had second thoughts or that was all a ruse.
Right.
But
that's correct.
But you know, it is what it is. Moving on.
That's correct.
We had Ilya Dragunov versus Dijak in the last man standing match.
Word.
One thing that stood out to me at the beginning of the match was that when Dijak came out, he told his wife and his daughter not to leave so they didn't see what was going on.
Right.
And after what was going on in the match, he was definitely right to. He definitely had his wife's best intention, his wife and his daughter's best intentions at heart. Because even if he did win the match, you know, I guarantee they wouldn't want to see him get brutalized like that.
Right.
But I will say this: he definitely was dealt as much punishment as he gave.
Oh yeah, that's a fact.
And Dragunov, he's a fucking nut, man.
Yeah, he is a fucking nut, yo. Jesus Christ.
First off, the very first extreme moment was when Dijak grabbed the table, but before he got time to use it, Dragunov launched himself like a lawn dart or a torpedo, bashing himself through Dijak through the table.
Exactly, yeah, that was crazy.
And he split his chin for his troubles.
Yeah, word, yo. That was one of the most shocking parts of that match.
Like, this fool's crazy, man.
He is.
Then freaking Dijak was wailing on him with the Singapore cane.
Word.
And that was wild.
It was.
And then they finally brought some chairs into it.
Exactly.
And while doing that, what's his face? Dragunov countered and hit him with that elbow shot or forearm shot, whatever you want to call it.
Word. That's a fact.
And then Dijak grabbed the chair, and honestly, what I thought was going to happen next didn't happen. Well, what I thought was going to happen was that while Dragunov was standing on top of the steel steps, I thought when he tried to do the elbow forearm shot again, I thought he was going to get hit. I thought Dijak was going to throw the chair at him.
Oh, word.
But nah, instead, Dragunov hit him with the forearm elbow once again, but with Dijak's head bouncing off of the steel chair, and that was able to end things off and keep Dijak down for the 10 count.
Yes.
And I'll tell you what, along with splitting his chin, Dragunov has some two gnarly looking bruises on his forearm.
That is right.
Like, and part of me was trying to wonder how them shits formed, man, because them shits were nasty.
Yeah, they were. That's a fact, they were.
Anyways, moving on. We have Gallus versus the Creed brothers for the NXT Tag Team Championship.
Yes.
This match, as expected, was dope. You know, I expected nothing less from either team. As per usual.
Match.
You know, they both once again brought everything that had to the table. You know,
that's a fact.
The Creeds once again proved how freakishly athletic they are.
That is right.
But then Gallus showed how equally tough they are.
Yeah, that is correct. They did.
And at one point, it looked like the Creeds were gonna win.
Oh, word.
Julius hit his, I don't know whether he called a spinning spine buster or a float over spine buster. And then just as he was about to hit the knockout clothesline, Joe Coffey, excuse me, ran into the ring. It's a run interference. But while he ran,
right, that's crazy.
But as he ran interference, Ivan Nile tripped him up. But that wasn't the end of it, because during that, Ava Raine came out surprisingly, and got a hold of Ivy now and threw her into the ring post. And then
that's crazy.
And then this distracted, I think Brutus Creed, and then left him wide open to get hit with Gallus' finisher, and like that, Gallus retained.
Exactly.
This was a great match. But I will say that I think either one or two things are gonna happen. Either one, the Creed brothers are gonna feud with Schism again, or better yet, the Dyad, more importantly, or just Ivy Nile is gonna feud with Ava.
Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, but more than likely the latter is gonna happen, just because of what happened, you know.
Facts.
Moving on.
So too.
Sorry, you were saying?
No, so I think that same thing gonna happen too, like what you predicted.
Yeah. Moving on, we had Tiffany Stratton versus Lyra Valkyria for the NXT Women's Championship. Honestly, one thing that played a role that I didn't think was gonna play a role was Lyra's knee. Apparently, her knee was still banged up from that stunt that Cora Jade pulled, where after she defeated Cora Jade attacked her with a Singapore cane.
Right.
So her knee was banged up pretty much the whole match. Pretty obvious target for Tiffany to aim at.
All right.
At one point, Lyra tried to hit her spinning kick, but her knee gave out, and she didn't even get a chance to hit it. But even if she did, she was gonna miss.
Oh, word. That's right, man.
And then the first time, Tiffany hit her with the rolling Samoan drop, and then the triple jump moonsault.
Oh, word, man.
But she missed.
Yeah, this she did. Crazy.
Because Lyra moved out the way.
Exactly.
And then Lyra actually did hit the kick, but because of the damage done to her knee, she couldn't capitalize because after she hit the kick, she was like a really big distance away from Tiffany.
Right.
And then also Tiffany also was moving towards the ropes as little as she could, but she was still moving there.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And then because Lyra really wasn't paying attention to where they were in the ring, she still tried to pin Tiffany, to which then she at the last second, Tiffany got her foot on the ropes, which stopped the count.
Yeah. That's right.
Then as she tried another move, Tiffany went downstairs and kicked her knee again. Hit the rolling Samoa drop. This time she connected with the triple jump moonsault to win the match and the title. And Tiffany Stratton is the new NXT Women's Champion.
Oh yes. That's correct, my boy. That's crazy too.
This was well deserved. Personally, for Lyra, I think she jinxed herself by wearing gold for her attire.
Oh yeah. I ain't gonna debate you there.
You know.
That's a fact.
And
I ain't gonna debate you.
And I didn't really understand why she had that gold glitter on her face, but you know, maybe it was extra symbolic. I didn't pay attention to the promo package.
Right.
But either way, you know, it was a wonderful match between the two. Tiffany further proved how far she's come in such a short amount of time. And
Yeah, that's right.
so, you know, kudos to her. Oh, crap.
Yo, for real.
So, yeah.
Kudos to us, for real.
So, yeah, so, congrats.
Congrats, for real.
Yep.
Word.
Now, for the main event, Carmelo Hayes versus Bron Breakker for the NXT Championship.
Oh, yes. That was another good match between the both of them. As always, who came out victorious? Our boy Melo, because you know that boy Melo don't miss, my nigga.
Absolutely. But Bron, I will say, number one, he looked like an absolute badass coming to the ring with his hoodie and the freaking dog thing around his neck. That looked absolutely badass.
Yeah, that's a fact. He did look badass with that.
Yeah,
he really did.
And the match itself was very good.
Yeah, that's a fact. It was.
Braun did his thing to try and, you know, to try and do everything he could to take the title.
Yeah, that's right, for real.
Hell, he even speared the living hell out of Carmelo again, but that clearly was not enough to get the job done.
Nah, that's right.
And then of course, and then in the closing moments of the match, Melo hit a springboard back elbow, and then after that, he then ascended the top rope, and he almost messed up the first time because Braun countered him, but this time he went to the top. He decided he shot his shot, and as expected, when the shot went up, it was nothing but net. And Carmelo Hayes is still the NXT champion.
Yes, hell yeah.
Very, very fine work between the two of them. I'm definitely happy that Melo retained. He definitely did what needed to be done, you know?
Oh yeah, man, he did.
And
he did for real.
Yeah. And overall, these past 2 days, it was some great action. It was some great action both nights. Some great moments. And I definitely enjoyed myself between both pay-per-views. How about you?
Oh, hell yeah. I enjoy myself for both pay-per-views as well, my nigga. Hell to the fucking yeah.
And this honestly has to be the first time where like both pay-per-views were real good and had me and had me feeling good. Where usually the main roster pay-per-view leaves a bad taste in my mouth, and then the NXT pay-per-view fixes everything.
Right, that's a fact.
But yeah,
that's a fact, man.
It was both great.
Yeah, it was. They were.
Yep.
They were both great.
Yep. But with that being said, that's gonna do it for this episode of the Contracts. I definitely want to thank each and every one of y'all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to come and chill with your boys. I definitely want to thank the humble man for coming through, kicking his wrestling knowledge.
Hell yeah, you already know my man Cars Painting. Hell yeah, you already know always a pleasure coming through kicking the wrestling knowledge with you, my nigga. And we will be right back here with next month with you guys to give our predictions for the pay-per-views for the pay-per-views for the following month. But we'll be back next month to give those predictions ahead of time, which is Money in the Bank July 1st, and then weeks after that, July 30th. NXT Great American Bash. So next month, June, even though there's no pay-per-view, we will be hitting y'all with predictions for those pay-per-views. Or if we want to talk about something else before then, we'll be sure to come right back here, kick it with y'all.
Yeah, man. So, as always, if y'all enjoyed this, go ahead, hit the like button. Comment if you feel like it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. And until next time, by way of Struggle Vision Productions, it's the Hitman and the Humble Man, and we out. Peace.
Peace. We out this bitch. Later.